Hey, it is 7 o'clock on Wednesday. I'm Joni Bates, founder and CEO of JB & Co., powered by Keller Williams. And every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, we do Whiskey Wednesday. It has been a minute since I've talked to you all. I had COVID and all different things got in the way, got busy and doing business. So I am so happy to be back chatting with you all. Little housekeeping. We are going to have questions that run across the bottom. This is open. This is live. It is on my YouTube channel. It is on jonibatessells.com. It's also on my personal page. It will live on my YouTube page and also on my website, which just JOANNIE Bates, B as in boy, ATES, and you can't miss it. There has been so much happening right now in regards to real estate. And if you are buying, selling right now, or looking at investing, you know all about it. You know that the NAR and the DOJ settled on some new rules and laws that are really, really affecting our market. So if you have any questions, please just leave them in the comment and then I will grab those and we can put them up and talk about it. So broad strokes, most of you all know what's happening in regards to real estate. Pretty much, people behave badly. They were making broad strokes implications that all sellers had to pay a buyer broker compensation. That's not true. That's never been true. So now, in the name of transparency, which is good, we have to have certain documents provided when we have a listing and we're representing the listing side, and also when we're representing the buyer side. So it really has to do with the difference between agency and money. So we're going to dive into the weeds a little bit here, but stick with me because this is really going to help you out in regards to how you as agents and as consumers can navigate within this market. It's really not that complicated when you're working with a professional. But if you're not, good luck. That's all I'm saying. Good luck. First thing you need to understand is when you have a listing, the listing agent is having a conversation and is having agency with that homeowner. What does agency mean? Okay, you think about it, you're like, well, okay, sure, Johnny, agency. It has to do with the relationship that you are determining legally, written down, about what you are going to do in representing that seller for the sale of their home. You are their agent. You have agency. You have authority. You what you say holds weight. You are representing them, and there's a whole list within your buyers, within your listing presentation and your exclusive listing documents that spells out exactly what your fiduciary responsibilities are to your seller clients. Okay. So that's agency. And it's really important to understand that agency is not free. Agency requires compensation. And that compensation can be whatever the agent and the sellers agree to. Okay. So that's solid. That's separate. Now let's flip it a second. We're talking to the seller about offering a compensation incentive to a buyer broker. So back before August 17th, we'd say ridiculous things like, oh, I'm a buyer's agent and I work for free. The seller pays me. That was never true. It was absolutely never, ever true. That cost was always added into the purchase and sales price. Okay. Now let's go back. Now there's a solid line between agency. And there's also a solid line between money. Okay. So when you're listing your home, you're talking to me, you're talking to your agent who's listing your home. We have a listing agreement, we have established agency, and we have established compensation for my fiduciary duties in representing you. Okay. Period. Now flip to the other side. The buyer with their agent have to have what's called a buyer broker agreement. At JB & Co, we've always done this. This is something that is standard. You can decide as an entity or as an individual, a team, whatever, what you would like to receive as a buyer broker agreement as a buyer's agent. Okay. You talk to your buyers about that. Basically, you're saying, I need to get paid X and we're going to negotiate this. But if the sellers aren't willing to do a compensation towards this, then you're on the hook for that. This is the new part. Okay. Now, what's happening is we have agency and we have money. There's a hard line in between what the listing is doing and what the buyers are doing. They need to take care of themselves with agency and money. Now, there's a chance that that seller, based on net for the purchase and sale of their home, might be willing to offer some concessions. Perhaps they're willing to do closing costs. Perhaps they're willing to put in new carpet. Perhaps they're willing to paint something, provide a survey, whatever, or potentially offer some kind of buyer broker compensation. You see how those are now lumped together as an incentive? It is no longer something that's like, oh, that's what you have to do. It was really never like that, but you know what I'm saying. So what's really, really important, hello, lovely, to understand is the difference now with agency and money, okay? Now, here's where we're going to get into the weeds a little bit. I want all of my agents to know, and I want all of my consumers to really understand that when you have agency over a listing, that is your baby. You have fiduciary responsibilities to those sellers to take care of that listing in the sense of getting it sold. So, you with me? If someone's driving down the street and they see the sign and it says JB & Co, let me call this girl up. I kind of want to see this house. It is my responsibility with agency to show them that property. I do not need to have a buyer broker agreement because I already have agency with the listing and I already have money compensation with the listing. Now, a lot of folks are going to be like, oh, no, that's wrong. Joni, you meet them at the door. And I mean, I was even taught it this way. I think I might even have a video on here saying at the door, you need to sign a BBA, a buyer broker agreement before you let them in the door. That is not true. I have agency as the listing agent. Therefore, my fiduciary responsibility is to show that home every single time I have the opportunity to do it, even if it's someone who's giving me a phone call and we do not have a buyer broker agreement. We don't have anything like that. They are truly unrepresented by anyone. Now, the second they walk through that door, what are they? Are they a client? No, ma'am. They are not a client. They are a customer. They can get my arms and legs. They can get me just showing them around, but they will not get my brain. They will not get all the years of experience I have. They will not get that. Now, can we close a deal with me representing the seller as my client with fiduciary agency and me representing that customer with just a basic client relationship? Sure, you can do that as long as both parties agree. It's called dual agency. Do I love it? No, I don't love it at all, because I am only going to be looking out for my agency for my seller. That buyer, kind of on their own. I'll make sure their documents are right and everything's timely and that they know the directions of where to go to closing. But I am not going to be giving them any kind of negotiation at all. So it would behoove them to grab themselves a buyer's agent so that buyer agency can have the fiduciary responsibility to them with the buyer broker agreement. Okay. Now, I know this is weird and I'm way going in the weeds, but how do we, now that this has been going on since August 17th, circumvent all these rules? Because I mean, truly, if you're a true professional, just like in taxes, you see what the taxes are going to be, you see what's going to happen, and you try to find a loophole to make this work out for your client the best. How do we do that? open houses. Open houses. Why? Why? Okay, here's why. Because me, as a listing agent, has agency over that property. I am going to open the home to the general public. I hold agency. Everybody can come in unrepresented by a buyer broker. See what just happened there? See what just happened there? Open houses are key for all you consumers out there who aren't really sure if you really want to be signing your name on a buyer broker agreement, committing to XYZ compensation to Susie Sunshine or whatever out there agent. Go to an open house. You don't require any kind of documentation to walk in the door. And now when I greet you at the door, I'm going to be like, I'm the expert on this home. I'm the listing agent. Let's take a walk, and I'm going to give to you all. I'm going to give you all the facts, all the information, and then you can decide, you know, this is real good. This is real good. I think that I should contact my agent and we should make this official. This is the new way of the world. Go to your open houses, see if this is something you want, and then bring your agent in. Ask me questions. I know this is a little bit different, but agents out there, if you are thinking that open houses are like, do I really want to be doing them? The answer is yes. Not only do you want to be doing them, you want to be doing them often. I just did 2 last week on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and we had a good turnout. We actually got an offer from it. Now, they came in unrepresented. I gave them the full JB & Co. Joannie spiel with all the things. They actually called me a couple times, and I'm like, well, let me know what you want to do. And then their agent called me. At that point, when an agent calls you, I am not talking to them anymore. That would be called sign jumping. That's unethical. They are now represented. They have agency. They have money. They have compensation with their person. There's a hard line right down the middle. Those do not blend. I also want to make sure that y'all understand that it is not considered steering in any way if you get a phone call from someone who wants to see your listing and they flat out ask, is there a buyer broker compensation being offered and how much is it? You absolutely have to tell them. And I'll say, well, you know, we're offering 2.5%. They can absolutely say, we're not willing to look at that house because my clients are not going to look at any home that is not offering a 3% compensation to the buyer broker. And they're going to eliminate your house. They can do that. It's just like them saying, does it have a basement? It's a fact of the home. A fact of this particular home is they were not offering a 3% buyer broker compensation. So that particular agent was like, it's off the list. Okay. So it's more information to be aware of. It's more opportunities to negotiate, which I think is fantastic. But you have to be wary. That, I mean, I know there's a lot of companies out there right now. I think EXP is doing it where they're just saying flat out nothing. We're not doing any kind of negotiations for a buyer broker compensation. Zero. That's it. We're going to figure it out on the other side with the net on the purchase and sale. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but not everybody's doing that. And so when someone, Susie Sunshine, calls and says, are you offering a buyer broker compensation? And they say, we're accepting all offers and considering the net. Well, what did you just say? Well, no, they're going to skip your house. And so it goes back to the whole thing. Is this a good idea? Is it not a good idea? I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things to flush out right now. But the important thing to know as an agent, you best be doing it. You best be following the rules. You best have your pre-showing compensation forms all filled out someplace safe so that consumers can find it. Mine are on my website. I added a new tab. It says listing documents. I no longer carry anything on any FMLS or MLS. All my documents, everything is now on my website, which is Joannie, Joannie Bates, B as a boy, ATES, Sells, SELLS. That is where you will find all my documents. I want one spot for all my clients, all my co-agents to go to find what they need. And since you can't put compensation on the FMLS or the MLS at all anymore, then I don't want anything on there. Because I honestly, I think that's the way we're going, is eventually we will not have any documents on the FMLS and the MLS. You go to my website now and you will find everything you need, including like some cute colors and cute houses and some cute pictures of me. Anyways, so I just really wanted to make sure that now that interest rates are starting to come down, and they haven't broke open yet, but they are starting to come down. I'm getting a lot more inquiries. I'm getting a lot more folks interested in seeing my 4 listings right now. A lot of my buyers are getting ready. They're like, okay, Johnny, let's get this done. Understand that you need to make sure your agent knows exactly what you're looking for. If you can't pay your buyer agent compensation, whatever that may be, you're going to need to make sure that's going to be covered by that seller for that particular listing. And that agent needs to be able to negotiate that and have those conversations. And again, the agents you're talking to, some of them do not know what's going on. They're going to be like, what are you talking about? It's your job. It's your fiduciary responsibility as an agent on the buyer or seller side to know what you're doing. Y'all need to be sharp. I'm always available for agents, consumers alike, whatever you need, questions, pretty much about anything. And I like to have fun too. So 678-788-6465. Give me a holler, give me a call if you need anything. I'm super excited about what's happening right now. We have got some amazing listings. 332 Tupelo Trail, tippy top of Great Sky in Canton. It is gorgeous. It looks like it's like a chateau that should be picked up and put in Buckhead. It is bougie. It has a basement that is unfinished. It is, everyone who walks in goes, what? This is amazing. This is stunning. Okay. Give me a call to see that one. We also have one available in Antioch. It is a Bircher home. This is 5840 Nix, NICS Way. It's Harrison High School. It is stunning, 4-sided brick. It is modern farmhouse, all one level, primary on the main. Open house this weekend, 2 to 4 on Saturday and Sunday. Get it, get it, get it. What did I just say about open houses? Get it, get it, get it. Okay. We also have one in Riverdale. This is an investor special. It is on Church Street. That one's a good. And we also have a sweet house over on Witt Station. This is Alatoona High School. It is a very cute house. It just had a price improvement. We were at $465. Stunning, completely redone, top to bottom. Like the interior, you got to go look at it. It's on Witt Station. All right. If you have any questions, as always, give me a holler. Y'all be blessed. Take care. Bye.